Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of Nindies and Indies, a Nintendo fan podcast. I'm your host, ScrapGear, and joining me, as always, my good buddy, Draco Augustus. How's it going, man?
Hey, man. It's going good. How are you doing?
Oh, it's going. It's been a thing. So, let's get right into this. We didn't record an episode last week because you were off at Pax South, which we will touch on a little bit later. But what have you been playing in your free time that hasn't been work-related?
I've been playing a lot of Y2K. And Fortnite.
Shocker.
Those are about it aside from Pax South, because I really didn't get much time to play much at Pax South. But yeah, so Y2K has been really cool, though. I just got out of it's a dungeon called some cave up in a town that I can't remember the name of the town right now. I think it's like Windtown. No, not Windtown. It's Mount Town. There we go. There's a cave in Mount Town, and I went in that and I did all the stuff I needed to do, and I came out and talked to the guy at the top of it, and now I'm done doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way to the next thing that guy told me to do. Back to my hometown to talk to Vela again.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's been a really cool game. Very classic RPG. Like, I get, with the music and stuff, I get Pokemon feelings, kind of, and it's pretty neat.
And I haven't picked it up and played it yet, but a buddy of mine has, and it definitely feels like this is a game with a whole bunch of references for, the adults that grew up in the, late 80s, early 90s. And what was he? He was in the sewer, and he was fighting adolescent monstrous samurai tortoises.
Yeah.
Which, it's obviously a shout out to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles without being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was pretty funny when I saw that. But yeah, I really like it. I put my review up on Mjolnir Gaming, which I should probably have out to reference and talk about it more, but I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I've seen other reviews say stuff like, it's this generation's Earthbound and stuff, and I actually got to interview the developer at Pax South.
Nice.
And I mentioned that to him, and when I first asked the interview him, he was like, were you a good review or a bad review? And I was like, a good one. And he was like, okay, I didn't know if I needed to run away or not. And it was really cool talking to him. He was kind of like, it's Earthbound is such a classic. I sure would hate to have to follow in its footsteps, right? But
yeah.
It's something a review said, so and I definitely could see it, especially the stylization of like the entities and stuff, and it just definitely at least has some influence from it, which he said it did. But yeah, man. Other than that, there's not a whole lot going on in Fortnite. There's zombies again now, but they're snow zombies, or White Walkers is what I've been calling them. And there's a bunch of cool little challenges to do with those to get gear and stuff that anybody can do, which is fun, but I haven't been like as into it lately. I did start playing on my Xbox, playing Fortnite on my Xbox, because I started streaming, and I was like, well, what can I play on my Xbox that I've been playing and I might be decent at? So I started playing Fortnite, and it was funny because I had Elliot playing on a Switch with me, and it was just us talking and bantering, and it was funny. And I actually streamed a little bit today too, and my wife was there with me, and so she was like backseat gaming for me. That was pretty fun.
Of course.
So yeah. But yeah, man, really, as far as playing stuff goes, that's about it. Like you said, I'll talk more about PAX in a bit. But yeah, how about you, man? What have you been up to playing?
Honestly, like the past couple of weeks, I've just been. We've had some major snowstorms. It's just been bitterly cold up here. There's talk of like wind chill factors. It's going to be in like the negative teens up here. So this is not my favorite time of year, so I'm not super active. I've been watching a bunch of stuff. Like my kids and I have been watching My Little Pony because I'm like, with everything that there is that I want to watch on Netflix, like that's the only thing that like they want to watch right now, that I'm like, sure, put it on. And I definitely feel it was sometime last year, my wife was watching a Patton Oswalt comedy routine, and he was basically in the same boat that I was. His daughter was watching a lot of My Little Pony. He was like, I don't watch it, I don't know. Okay, so, and like he goes and he lists off like a bunch of facts about the show, and I'm like, man, that's me right now. Crap. But other than that, like, I finally sat down and I finished Voltron.
Oh, nice. I still need to finish the last season. I haven't caught up on that.
This season, well, I had read that they had canceled Voltron. There was not going to be a next season of Voltron. And that was before season 8 hit Netflix. And I was like, what do you mean? That ended on such a cliffhanger. Like, you can't not have one more season. And I found out that they did have one more season. And Netflix felt that the way that it ended really good. So there's just no need for another season. And, like, I don't know. After watching it, I don't know who saw it and thought, oh, there should be another season of Voltron. Because there's no way there's going to be another season of Voltron after that ending. Like, it ends really, really good.
Oh, no, I really have to watch it.
Yeah, you got to get caught up on that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get caught up on it, you'll be caught up forever, so.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as games, like, this week, the only thing I've played, I did try to log into the Anthem beta, or demo.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dumpster fire experience, and I understand that it's not BioWare's fault, and it's not even the Anthem team and like whoever they're working with EA's fault on it. It's like it was just an overall EA problem.
I saw something about it affecting like other games too.
Oh yeah, it was affecting like all Origin stuff and all the EA stuff, so it wasn't necessarily on them. I did see that it is up, so hopefully by next week I'll have had a chance to play it a little bit and be able to talk a little bit about it.
Yeah.
But I played one round of classic mode in Smash. I haven't played a lot of Smash this week, but like from last Friday to this Friday, that's all that I've played, other than the games of D&D that I've been playing all week. But after we recorded last week for Tuesday, Wednesday, been playing a lot of Mario Party or Super Mario Party, and it's been Mario Party.
Yeah.
I did finally unlock all of the mini games, so that enables. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I want to call it Victory Road, because it's basically you go through every single mini game, and once you finish all of them, that's how you unlock Diddy Kong and Pom Pom as playable characters.
Okay.
But like, so I've been working on doing that. I just unlocked Dry Bones, and I've also been trying to do the River Raft game, because that's how you unlock Donkey Kong, and oh my god, it is like I've been specifically doing that with the computers, because all of those games are all teamwork games, so everybody has to work together. Which is fine, but there's always one computer when you're trying to just shimmy your way down the river that's like, no, we don't need to hit that mini game balloon, we don't need extra time. We need all the time we can get. Please hit the balloon, for crying out loud.
All right.
But yeah, and I was really glad that they reintroduced doubles, because that was how my wife and I played it, and didn't, she not hate my guts because I kick her butt at a lot of the mini games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the doubles setup is really different from what I've been used to. Instead of just having like, here's the board, you basically work together with your teammate and it's just an open board and you just kind of walk around and you move X number of spaces. So it's almost like a battle grid where it's like you can move 5 spaces, so you move 5 squares. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like I said, like I played a few games of Mario Party, did the one thing in Smash, and then just a lot of D&D stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, D&D's fun.
No, Super Mario Wii U Deluxe. The new Super Mario Wii U Deluxe.
Did I beat the first world? I think I beat the first world, and then I haven't gone back to it yet. Just because, like, it's fine. And it is a little bit better than the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, because I remember playing that, but it's not. It's calling it the spiritual successor to Super Mario World still is kind of like, I mean, in theory, yeah, it kind of is, but it's just not a great game. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be picking that one up. I kind of want to for the family, but then Travis Strikes Again is out now, and I almost actually went and got that today.
Yeah.
And then we passed up GameStop, and I couldn't get over on the road, and I was just like, I'll just go home. I was like, I should have just done it. Oh well.
Yeah. But yeah,
we'll see.
Like I said, I haven't been playing a whole ton of anything these past week and a half or so. But we do have a couple of things to talk about before we get into Pax South. Nintendo, on their YouTube channel, they dropped a ton of new trailers and release trailers. We're going to talk about just a couple of them. Like, I saw that Steins Gate Elite is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and Steins Gate it's a game that I will definitely say is not for everyone, because it is a visual novel, has a lot of reading, a lot of choice making stuff, but the story is really, really good. Mm-hmm. So if you end up having the extra cash to pick it up and it seems like something interesting, I kind of hope they throw out a demo for it so that people can try it. But again, like,
that'd be cool.
This is also one of those games where like a demo is not going to like, it'll give you an idea of how the game is, but it's not going to do the full game justice.
Yeah.
Another one that I saw that I'm interested in is Wargroove, which is a tactics game that looks really interesting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hype around that game.
Yeah.
And it was announced a long time ago, and I know a lot of people are just kind of like, when is this game coming?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, now we know.
Yep. It is coming out next week.
Yeah.
In a week from when we're recording, I should say. We're recording on the 25th, and it releases on February 1st.
Yeah.
So, another one that caught my eye, just to kind of check out the trailer real quick, because I saw all the trailers, I'm like, I should watch these, and then life. So I checked out a couple of ones that the thumbnails caught my eye. Crosscode, it reminds me a lot of, I want to say the Wizards of Magic, but that's not what it is. I can't remember what it's called. It's the roguelike where you're a wizard and you cast spells, and when you die, you have to start from the beginning of the dungeon again. It seems a lot like that, but again, like, it doesn't show that it's this is a roguelike. It just looks like a bullet hell, and you're just, you got your special powers, and you're running around, and you're dodging stuff, and it looks really cool. Very action-packed. Kind of right up my alley. But, yeah. It's, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. Another one that I watched the trailer for is Unruly Heroes. That looks really cool.
Yeah, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
I really like the animation style. It's kind of like Rayman.
Yep. Yeah, kind of.
The animation style, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cool looking platformer that also has multiplayer like versus
yes
in it too, which I was like, that looks pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Another one that I checked out that caught my eye was Double Kick Heroes. I'm like, okay, what is this even about? It is a rhythm game where you're basically a traveling metal band trying to not get killed by zombies and robot zombie dinosaur things.
Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic world, and just like all sorts of stuff starts coming after you on the car.
And it is, I think what it is you're actually playing as, or it's, so
you're the
like
drummer.
you're basically the drummer, and it did show in the trailer that you can use the 2 Joy-Con and do that, which that has me super excited.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. That's one. When is that supposed to come out? That's fine if you don't know. I
watched it. I watched it, and I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah, I think it's already. Well, I'm pretty sure it's already out on Steam and stuff, but I'm sure it won't be long now because it seems like everything they announced in the Indies highlights was coming pretty soon at least.
Yeah, within February. Another game that I saw that showed up as a launch trailer for the Nintendo Switch is a game I already have on the Xbox, so I didn't need to watch the trailer because it's a super fun game called Stardust Galaxy Warriors. It is a bullet hell game where you're basically in a mech suit, and each suit has their own special abilities. It is super fun, and I assume that they're going to have online multiplayer, but I can't guarantee it. Either way, it's a great couch co-op game, and it's just super fun.
Yeah. I need to watch a trailer for it. I haven't even watched the trailer for it.
You should. I know at one point when it came out on the Xbox, I tried to get at least Dub to pick it up. I think it was UN Dub that I would try to convince to pick it up, but nobody ended up picking it up. So
that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. And then last thing I want to, or two more things I want to touch on, and I bet you're really excited about this. Smite is officially coming to the Switch. Yeah,
which I remember now, like a while back, I think I brought it up, and I thought it was saying it already had, but it was just, or it was, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. I probably won't be getting the whatchamacallit, the Founders Pass or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. I think I want to say like I think it was the Founders Pass or something was free on Xbox a little while ago.
Yeah.
And so I got it on there.
It was like the Founders Pack with like a bunch of stuff too. That was free on Xbox. Yeah.
And then last little bit of news, doesn't really have anything to do with the trailer, but it is an announcement as far as the development cycle on Metroid Prime 4. It has been delayed. I don't want to say indefinitely, but basically, the head of Nintendo came out and said, like, looking at what they had for Metroid Prime 4, they weren't happy with how it was coming along, so they decided to scrap what they had, and they are working from the ground up to bring Metroid Prime 4, and the guy who was in charge of it before is now working with the studio that originally put out the Metroid Prime games and working with them. So
yeah, the Retro Studios.
Yep.
Yeah, which that's good to see. Mm-hmm. I think I hope they work well together and do it right. But when I was watching the video, like I didn't hear anything about it. I just like looked at my Switch and was like, "Oh, Metroid Prime 4, what's going on?" Mm-hmm. I started watching it and I was like, "Oh no." The way that the wording was, I was like, "Are they about to say that it's canceled?" Like but no.
Well, yeah,
I was glad.
And for me, when I found it, like I was flipping through my YouTube subscriptions to see if there was anything new and interesting that came out, and I saw one thumbnail for a video that said Metroid Prime 4 scrapped, and I'm like, excuse me? Why would they do that? And then I found the actual Nintendo video. I was like, oh no, it's just delayed. And I like how they came out and they explained why it was delayed. They didn't just go, oh, we didn't like how this game was going, so we just flat out canceled it.
Yeah, I was worried about that. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that they're doing it. And it sounds like they're just like, nope, this isn't right. We need it done right. Let's start over. You know? Yeah. So, which I think it'll be a good thing. And it's not like we don't have plenty of other games to play until then.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little bummed that it's going to take longer for it to get here, but I'm glad that they're taking the time to make sure that it's a good experience for everyone who is planning on picking it up.
Yeah, get that Nintendo seal of approval.
Mm-hmm.
See, not everything gets it. It doesn't just get it just because it's their IP.
Yeah. But yeah, so as far as the trailers that have come out that we've watched, like those are the ones that I watched that really caught my eye. In most, just looking at the thumbnail for it, because I got the YouTube page pulled up, that looks like artistically it could be really nice and really cool. But again, I haven't watched the trailer yet. But again, a lot of the indie games that, like, if I can get a trailer for it and it seems interesting enough, like it's on my radar, because I like picking up indie games.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so we're going to move on to our main topic. Now that we've covered a little bit of news stuff, we're going to go over to you, Draco, and I'm just going to have you steer this segment, because we're talking about Pax South 2019. I had to double check what year it was real quick.
Yeah, well, I kind of want you to steer me to, like, ask questions so I can actually keep talking, or, stay focused at least, because there's so much stuff going on.
You didn't come
it was tons of fun, man. There were not as many indie games that caught my attention as last year. There were a few, and like I told you before, I got to interview the YIIK guys, which was really cool. And I was there, and I talked to the guy, Anthony or Andrew. Oh, I should remember his name.
Smooth.
But yeah, it was cool talking to him, and like I already told you all about that. But a funny thing was, I went to the desk right after I was done talking to him, and I guess it is like their merchandise desk, and they're like, and I was like, oh, these are awesome pins. And they're like, oh yeah, you can get it by playing the demo, or it's $15. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just like looked around, and I was like, I just interviewed the guy, like, I've played this game. But I didn't want to say that, but I was, so I didn't get one of the pins, although I really wanted the Vela pin, because it's like of her just like with like her eyes rolling in the back of her head is, being her is pretty awesome. But yeah, other than that, I interviewed a guy for a game called something Chrome. Let me pull up my notes real quick. I think I might have wrote that one down. Blazing Chrome is what it was called.
Okay.
And yeah, sorry. And it basically looks like Metal Slug meets Contra. Like, it looks like they're just mashed together, like, as far as the graphics and everything go, and like gameplay.
Okay.
Like, me and Thaddeus played, and it's like, you're just running around picking up different pickups, but then of course there's like funny references, like Mr. T comes in a helicopter and like provides air support.
Fantastic.
And, yeah, it's pretty awesome, and very action packed, killing aliens and stuff. And we got to interview him, which both of these should be videos coming on the Mealhorn Gaming YouTube channel at some point, and I will write up something to put in the thing. But they've been putting a bunch of videos out, and also focusing a lot on Anthem stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, another great one which we played last year, but it's better now. They've like polished it up a bunch. The game looks great. Is Solar Purge.
Okay.
Which is apparently it's coming to the Switch too.
Fantastic.
Which I asked them about, and they're like, yeah, yep. Because I was, and yeah, it's pretty fun. We actually even went out and got drinks with them. Chris, I can't remember his name now. Chris. Like I said, we got drinks with them. But yeah, it's man, Pax South. It was tons of fun. But yeah, we actually got to play that with Elliot and Rory, my sons. Because they actually came up Saturday night and went on Sunday. And yeah, that was a ton of fun. Which apparently Sunday is it's like family day for Pax South.
Okay.
So a bunch of there were kids everywhere. Like it was pretty cool. Not like everywhere, but just more so than just a person carrying a baby every now and then because they have to. But yeah, that was tons of fun. Rory was a little hesitant about it at first. He was like, "I don't want to go to PAX." I say hesitant. No, he just didn't want to go. But then we brought him to the arcade room, which it's like a little place upstairs. It's like a classic arcade.
Yeah,
and
I think
awesome.
When I went a couple of years ago, that's where you, me, my daughter, and Elliot played Smash 4.
That was the console room where you can rent whatever console you want.
Yeah.
But we did go there. We got a picture of the two of them playing like Street Fighter or something. It just has a bunch of like classic arcade cabinets, and then and also like Rory started playing like Hydro Thunder, I think, and that's what he just started having a blast in there. Yeah, which was at first was a little overstimulating to him, but then he just kind of got used to it in there, and then he was ready to go to the big hall, and yeah. Oh, speaking of indies coming to the Switch, I saw some Killer Queen. Arcade cabinets, which were really cool. That game's probably going to be a pretty big thing when it comes out, and it's probably going to be like, I think it's already pretty competitive. Like they have like a competitive scene for it and stuff. I haven't really looked into it, but the game looks great, and I'm excited to see that coming on the Switch too. I'm trying to think of another game that jumped out at me. I remember now. Forsaken Castle, which basically looks like Castlevania, but you're like a little chibi anime girl with blue hair. So even cooler, right? No. But yeah, that game looks pretty neat. Like I said, it looks just like Castlevania, like the 16-bit Castlevania. Oh yeah, man. I don't know. You have any questions about PAX South? There's so much stuff. I met Real Caustic from the Shed team, which I had met him last year too, but we went out with them and had a good time. There were a couple other a bunch of other streamers. Like there's a ton of people at the table. Daisy Days from she's a mixture streamer, and she has tons of fun. Man. Yeah, lots of good cosplay. Although there wasn't as good a cosplay this year as there was last year. I did see some Hollow Knight cosplay that was pretty neat.
Nice.
But really, I even think that Comic Palooza last year was better. They had better cosplay at least, which is kind of to be expected.
Yeah, I was gonna say Comic Palooza. You've got I feel like at comic book conventions specifically, that's where there's a much larger variety of people that show up in costume there, whereas like stuff at like PAX, you're gonna get more just video game focused stuff. If you go to an anime convention, you're gonna get stuff that's just focused on anime. And at both PAX and anime conventions, you'll get a little bit of either one of those, either anime or video games tossed in, but at comic book conventions, you get comic book heroes, you get, movie characters, you get anime characters, you get video game characters. It's just all over the spectrum there. So
yeah. Josh Carter is the guy's name for Solar Purge. I just remembered.
There you go.
So, I was like, why did I say Chris?
I'm not editing that, by the way, so
that's fine.
Live with your shame.
Yeah, I will. I'm sorry, Josh.
Oh,
he literally sat right across from me where we at the bar we went to. So I was just brain farted like crazy. But anyways, we also at the bar we literally had 15 people at the table, and then we would have 3 people leave at a time, and then 4 more people come over. Mm-hmm. Our waitress hated us. Real caustic, was hilarious about it because she was just you could tell that she hated it.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. Great time. I think that was my favorite part of PAX, was just hanging out with all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what else? I don't know. I don't even know.
Okay, so just meeting all the people was your favorite part of PAX. What was your favorite game that you got to play?
My favorite game that I got to play? Man, probably Solar Purge, especially seeing how far it's come.
Mm-hmm.
I even got to, I forgot. Oh yeah, I got a cool RPD shirt, Raccoon Police Department, where if you you flip it up, you can make your face a zombie face like that. See,
that's awesome.
You didn't see my nipples, did you?
Nope.
Anyways.
Thank God this is an audio medium and not a video medium.
Yeah. We got that. We talked to Mallory at Discord some. Oh, well, golly. I started thinking about shirts, and she got us some shirts from Discord. Anyways, but first let me go back to the Resident Evil. We went into their booth, which was really cool. It had a crashed cop car outside with a dead body sprawled all over it and broken apart.
I mean, Resident Evil 2 is probably my favorite Resident Evil.
It was a good one. Which I played that one on Nintendo 64. It's a completely different game now. I mean, I don't think anything is the same at all. It's just a total remake, and it's
a buddy
really
of mine
cool.
was telling me about it, and he was saying that zombies and monsters and stuff can now open doors, so you now have limited ammo, and instead of being able to I'm just going to leave this room and then I don't get chased, that is not the case anymore. And I'm just man, I don't know. I love Resident Evil 2, but there was barely enough ammo to take care of the stuff that you could run away from, and the things that you couldn't run away from before. Now you literally cannot run away from anything.
Yeah, and I was Jill, right? Jill Val, is that? No, who's the girl in
Claire Redfield.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was Claire, because you could choose between Claire or the guy.
Leon, yeah.
Oh, I literally played that when it first came out on 64. And that was it.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I chose her path, and that was pretty cool. I could not kill the monster that I got stuck in the room with. I even
Did
made
it have a big
acid
trench
rounds.
coat?
What?
Did it have a big trench coat?
No, it was just a big mutated monster guy. You could tell he was a human at some point. He had this big eyeball on his shoulder that would only open something.
Yeah, you can't kill him.
Oh, you can't? Why not?
Because he's the final boss.
Oh,
he
really?
chases you, and you're just supposed to run. No wonder you couldn't
find a way to run away.
Shame on you. Jeez.
Right? I was going all around trying to get him. It seemed like I was hurting him.
Oh god, I can't remember what his name is. Jeez. That's gonna bug me. I want to say it's Bart. No, it's not Barton. Crap.
I don't know. But anyways, so it was like me, we did it during the media hour, so we could get into, because of course, like the whole rest of the time that line was capped. But me and Wade and Thaddeus and Josh got in, and Josh was just recording us play. I think he mostly was recording Mule, because Mule was like jumping and stuff. Like he went with the Leon.
Yeah, Leon's the best
direction
one.
or what yeah. So right. That should be fun.
I'm gonna show you a picture. You tell me if this was the thing that you were trying to run away from.
Okay.
See if that's.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a screenshot from like the original, so it's more pixelated. Yeah, that's William Birkin. He's the final boss.
That would be weird for it to. That's
he chases you throughout the whole game.
The whole game?
Yeah. Okay. Man, you have not played that in a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah. I was like...
I mean, I haven't played it in a long time. I remember playing it on the PlayStation, and then I got it again years later, because there was a GameCube remake for it. And I got the GameCube remake, and I played Resident Evil 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the GameCube.
Okay.
And then 5 and 6 were on the 360 for me.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, we also played the Ace Combat 7 demo in VR, which was pretty insane. I usually don't get motion sickness in VR. And this was like the way, like everything was so, I guess, realistic, and I'd roll the plane, but then I'd like look up to see a plane fly by me or something, and I'd just kind of be like, whoa, I just like, it would just throw me off a little bit, but it was tons of fun. I kind of got used to it, and yeah, that was really cool. I ended up crashing into the ground, though, because I got distracted by looking around.
Excellent.
But yeah, that was really cool. I think a lot of people are excited about that game. I also got to play some Jump Force, which is fun. I got to fight Thaddeus and Josh. Of course, I played as Goku. I played as Goku once. You got to pick a team. I think I picked like Goku, Naruto, and Vegeta. I think both times, actually, because there are several other animes that I don't know them.
Oh, come on! You didn't pick Yugi?
He wasn't a selectable character. Which I know that one, and I probably would have picked him just because I was like, oh, that's a.
I wonder if.
No, but I've never watched it.
Yusuke should have been in there. I don't know if Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho, Spirit Detective.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like he would have been in there, but I didn't play the first jump fighting game. I know that they added Rurouni Kenshin. They added someone else, and I cannot think.
They only have like 12 characters to choose from for the.
I mean, they probably don't have the whole roster unlocked for the.
They came out with a trailer like that showed like you said, Yugi and a few more people that are going to be put in, but you couldn't select all of them. Like the Death Note, you couldn't select him, and which I'm guessing he'll be a selectable character at some point. Anyways, but yeah, man, that was tons of fun. I started talking about the Discord thing because of the T-shirt. And but yeah, we got to talk to Mallory. We took our picture with Wampus, and she actually ended up giving us some shirts, which I didn't even realize till later, but they're like Pax South 2019 exclusive Discord shirts.
Nice,
which was pretty cool. But yeah, and of course the kids went and took a picture with the Wampus too, and that gets you pins. You get a pin each time you do that, I guess, or not do it. I think you're only supposed to do like one per day per person or something like that. I don't know. We got some pins though. But yeah, man. The mixer booth was pretty cool, which we didn't really hang out, or I think you have to be like a mixer partner to go in it. But we did talk to a lot of the streamers that were hanging out around it and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Very, very cool community and all that stuff. Now I think I'm done talking about Pax South. Maybe. Okay. I'm sure I could think of something else, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not having very organized thoughts here.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess we'll start wrapping things up, because, basically with this, I just wanted you to, talk about some of the stuff you did, some of the interviews that you had, and then I asked the questions that I wanted to know. What was your favorite part, and then what was your favorite game that you played?
Solar Purge. Oh yeah, I never actually fully answered that question. You asked that, and I said Solar Purge, and then I was like, I even played Resident Evil and Ace Combat and Jump Force, just in a really long version.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess I'll finish that thought. So, Solar
Purge. This has been a derailment brought to you by Scattered. I said this has been a derailment brought to you by Scattered Thoughts.
Oh yeah. So after seeing it before, and seeing it now, it's so much more polished, and there's just so much more going on in the game. I remember watching it, I guess it was last year, and kind of thinking man, it's taken a long time to get to any action and stuff. And this year, all four of us were sitting down, and it was just I played it. I think I ended up playing it 3 times. Cause they had several different missions you could go on.
Mm-hmm.
But just the weapon system was really great. I got to use a rocket launcher, flamethrower, shotguns, and I picked several of the different classes.
Yeah.
Which there's engineer, striker, assassin, and something else. I can't remember now. But each one has its own abilities. The striker, I think he was my favorite one to play as. One of his abilities, you pull up these big shoulder cannons that just are miniguns basically, and just and it's a twin stick shooter. Tons of fun. It's basically Diablo 3 but sci-fi.
Fantastic. That has me super excited.
Yeah. And I asked them about the putting it on the Switch, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out which I kind of talked to them about the how in Diablo you're basically automatically just aiming wherever you are pointed.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they're gonna end up doing it, because they want you to be able to use the Joy-Cons, an individual Joy-Con, to control a character too. Because 4-player couch co-op.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that I'm pretty excited about that game. I think that's gonna end up being a must-have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there you go.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
For my favorite game.
All right. Well, let's start wrapping this up. Draco, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Draco Augustus, and now I'm starting to stream on Mixer more, or actually streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. I've only done it twice now since I've started, but we're planning on that being a pretty regular thing at Draco_Augustus. And if you'd like to email me, you can email me at draco@mulehorngaming.com.
All right. And as always, you can find me everywhere as ScrapGear. I am still trying to figure out a monitor TV screen solution for being able to do any videos and stuff. But as soon as I get that going, I'll be sure to mention it on here. And be sure to follow Nindies and Indies on Twitter at Nindies and Indies. That's Nindies twice, because and was too long. And if you want to see more of the Pax South coverage from the Mulehorn Gaming people, or Mulehorn Gaming crew, be sure to check out our home site, mulehorngaming.com, where that's where all that stuff has been posted. And there's just been in our Discord server, there's just been tons of notifications about like, hey, here's all of this stuff that's been Pax South related. And if you like listening to video game podcasts, be sure to listen to Analog Assault, the official video game podcast of MuleHornGaming.com. But that is going to do it for episode 30 of Nindies and Indies. Until next time, GG.
GG.